Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do 4 Dollar Tree DIYs for the fall season. And some of them are kind of out of the box, so stay tuned. Let's get crafting. So we're going to start with the out-of-the-box one first. And we're using this little palette from Dollar Tree. This pumpkin came off of this little pumpkin box that they sell. It has 2 pumpkins on either side, and I just took one of them off. I actually used it in a different project, and I had it left over. And I'm using I grabbed 4 colors that I liked. So I'm going to be using pewter and peacock and plaster and some black. And we're just going to have fun with this project. Those little squares I showed you are from Crafter Square at Dollar Tree. You get a whole bunch of them in a bag for $1. And they're great to use to hold projects up or as little feet or stands. So I'm starting by painting with the pewter. And why'd I go blank already? It's just started. And I'm coming back in with the plaster, and we're just, of course, as you can tell, making lines on these pumpkins. I start when I paint on the outside, and then I come in with it. That way it kind of blends in with the color. I hope that makes sense. So start on the outside away from your line, and then paint coming into your line. That way it kind of overlaps and kind of just blends everything in. Everybody is loving this blue color, so I thought I would make a whimsical pumpkin using that pop of blue and really tie in that blue color with my fall decor that everybody seems to just be absolutely loving this year. Now we're going to come in and just make a checkerboard. I'm not measuring, I'm not taping, I don't care if it's perfect. If you want it perfect, then you can tape off this little area. But using a square brush and the black paint, I'm just drawing little boxes and just doing one on each corner, one in the middle, kind of coming back and making sure they touch, and then doing the same thing all the way down. I'm going to do this on both sides of the white lines. Now with a different paintbrush, I'm going to come in, I'm going to draw polka dots on the blue. Like I said, this is just a cute, fun, whimsical little pumpkin. Because it had so much color on the pumpkin, I didn't feel the need to paint this little piece of pallet wood. So I'm just taking my hot glue gun, I'm putting 4 little dabs of glue, and I'm using those little squares kind of to make a stand so this would stand up. It kind of worked on certain areas. This would stand up straight, but what I realized is it actually makes it really great for leaning with these little feet on it. So it's up to you. If you want to do this step, you can. If you don't, skip it. Like I said, it did for leaning, standing up a little bit on certain areas, but then I just came back in and I hot glued that pumpkin to the pallet wood. I think the contrast of the pallet wood being natural wood and so much vibrant colors on this pumpkin really go well together. I came back in with some raffia, which I'm going to be using a lot in this video, and I tied a little bit of raffia around the bottom and around the stem. I wanted my raffia to hang a certain way on this pumpkin, so adding a little bit of hot glue, I just hot glued the raffia to where I wanted it to hang on the pumpkin. And then I took the raffia and I tied it into a bow and I added that to the top. So whimsical, so cute, and it adds that pop of color to the rest of my fall decor. For project number 2, we're going to be using some more raffia. We're going to be using these burlap leaves. I got a package of orange and a package of beige from Dollar Tree, and these little Dollar Tree DIY wooden stickers that are absolutely adorable and can be used for fall and Halloween, but we're going to be using the pumpkins. Using the raffia, I measured how big I wanted my wreath to, or not wreath, garland. I measured how big I wanted my garland to be. I am not making a very long garland. I'm actually making 2 smaller ones, and I'll show you why at the end. So these garlands have wires on them, which is really cool because you can turn them around so the wire's not showing, twist that wire together and attach 2 of them together. And then using that same wire, you can attach it to the raffia. So this is so simple and easy to do because Dollar Tree is giving you all the tools that you need to make this beautiful garland. Now taking those little wooden pumpkins, I ripped off the little adhesive sticker on the back because it really wasn't that sticky. And using some hot glue, I just glued it to the top of the leaf. This added such a cute little accent to this garland, and these pumpkins are so stinking cute. I then used the end of the raffia to attach it to my shelves, and then I used some more raffia and I just tied a bow around the shelf. And this is why my garland is so small. I have 2 little accent shelves on my wall, and I didn't want garland going all the way across, so I opted to just make 2 smaller garlands, one for each shelf. The other side, I actually ran out of leaves, so I did one in the middle with the 2 leaves together, and the outer edges was just one, and that's so stinking cute as well. For project number 3, I'm using cashew, moss, and mineral in the Waverly chalk paint. And then I'm going to be using one of these larger pumpkins from Dollar Tree. I'm going to take off the hanger, the raffia bow, and take off that little galvanized leaf, trying to be careful because I am going to put this back on the pumpkin when I am done. Then taking the colors, I'm going to flip the pumpkin over, and I'm going to do the same thing we did on the little pumpkin, minus the checkerboard and the polka dots. So I'm just going to start layering the lines of paint, alternating colors. Like I did on the smaller one, I start with the outside edge and work my way into the existing color on the pumpkin. That way it blends in. I just absolutely love these warm tones. I love how they all work so well together, and it's such a beautiful little pumpkin. Now taking some more raffia, I'm going to wrap it around and tie it around the bottom of that stem, and then I'm going to bring it over to the sides, and you can see where the original holes were, where the hanger was poked through those holes on the pumpkin. I'm going to take some hot glue, dab it in those little holes, and I'm going to bring the raffia over so that my raffia hangs on either side of this pumpkin. Then I'm going to come back in with some more raffia, wrap it around the stem again, and let that hang in the center. That way your holes are covered and the raffia is hanging on the whole pumpkin. I know a lot of people might not like raffia. I just think it looks like hay, and I think it screams fall, and I think it just accents this pumpkin so well and makes it so stinking cute. I ended up painting the leaf with some of my pewter paint just because it was just too bright for this project. And then I hot glued it to the base of the stem. And there it is. I just think this screams farmhouse. Those colors are so stinking cute together. So warm, so country. I absolutely love this pumpkin. I put it on a little stand and I have it on my fireplace. So project number 4, this cute little acorn. I don't know what it is. It's a holder. Kind of looks like a napkin holder, but the center is too small to hold that. So you could basically put anything you want in this. I came in with some brown paint and I painted the whole thing. Outside, inside, bottom, sides, made sure it had a good coat of brown paint. One acorn has like a little cutout and one is just a solid surface. So we're going to use the solid surface, adding some hot glue and coming back in. You want to just do the base of the acorn, not the top part. So I added the hot glue to the base and I came in with some Spanish moss and covered the area where I had put the hot glue. Then I'm going to come back in and add more hot glue to the top. I'm sorry, I used reindeer moss on the bottom. I'm going blank. And then I came in with more hot glue on the top, and that's where I put the Spanish moss. That way you could see that the top was a different color than the bottom, and you could tell that it was an acorn. I just wanted this to be country, farmhouse, just whimsical. And then you're going to go back in time, and you're going to go back to what? 70s, 80s, and you're going to start trimming this like a chia, and you're going to have fun with this. And you're going to trim this down because you don't want too much on it, because then you lose the shape of the acorn. I thought the acorn stem needed to just kind of pop out a little bit more, so I used some black paint. I just came in and highlighted the edge and then brought it in. And then I grabbed some of my favorite Dollar Tree florals that are out for the fall right now, and I put a little bit of floral foam in the base of this, and I grabbed some daisies, and then I had some eucalyptus from Walmart, and I just started filling this. I think this one is more rustic country, but it's so cute, so whimsical and fun, and it would go with any fall decor. I hope you enjoyed my 4 Dollar Tree outside the box a little bit DIYs. And if you did, please consider subscribing to my channel, ring that bell for future notifications, and hit that thumbs up. That helps out my channel so much. It tells YouTube you liked it and others may too. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave in the comments below which one was your favorite. I love talking to you guys, and I hope you all have a blessed and wonderful day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye, y'all.